Are gene keys and human design system still relevant when you look at your sidereal chart? That is something a client has brought up to me, a question that they have brought to me, and I wish to respond in this live. So first, if you don't know anything about sidereal chart and you only know the tropical astrology, the Western astrology, is fine, you can just ignore this altogether. But if you're interested, sidereal is like what they call a true astrology. It is exactly where the planets are right now in the sky, whereas Western astrology is the astrology as most of us know it as, is based on a system that was established some time ago. I forgot how long, but yeah, so there's this like difference between the Western and true astrology. And so this client came to me. She asked, the human design system is developed, is channeled and created, downloaded based on the tropical system. So is it still relevant if she starts to look at her sidereal chart? And since Gene Keys is a sister system that branch off of human design, is that still relevant as well? Okay, first, I'm going to say that I'm only going to look at the Gene Keys aspect, not the human design, because I have more knowledge in Gene Keys and I haven't dived as deep into human design, so I'm going to cover that part. And I also want to preface that by saying that I have worked with clients using tropical chart and sidereal chart. I've worked with clients to develop their offers based on their sidereal chart. So my key when it comes to my work here is what chart resonates with you. Because both chart has their own energy, right? So which energy do you resonate with more? Stick to it. Stay in your lane. That's what I always say. Stay in your lane. Stay with what you know to be true for you. Stay with what resonates with you. And right, if the sidereal chart resonates with you, I'll look at your sidereal chart when you come to me. Whether it's Gene Keys reading or Idea to Offer or my business alignment coaching program. And if not, we'll use tropical. Okay, so back to the question. Are the systems still relevant when it comes to sidereal chart? Even though the systems are developed based on tropical astrology and not true astrology, the sidereal astrology. So from the Gene Keys perspective, Gene Keys, that system, especially the 64 Gene Keys, as well as human design's 64 keys, I like to say it doesn't matter whether it's based on tropical, the system is based on tropical or not, because that 64 Gene Keys correspond to the 64 codons in our DNA, meaning it's like a reflection, a mirror for us to see the energies within us right now, within our genes, our DNA right now. So it doesn't matter to me, the Gene Key system, because no matter what you do, right, it's like the Gene Key system is like a reflection of the whole spectrum of human behaviors. And the Gene Key is a lot about contemplation, reflection on your human experience, and finding that treasure that go within the shadows, the conditionings and programmings in your experience, in the collective's experience as a whole as well, and finding that treasure within it, what you're meant to heal on behalf as a whole. Because your biggest mess turn medicine is the greatest gift you have for humanity, for your clients. So to me, but when you look at sidereal chart, it's still relevant, because when I contemplate all 64 of the Gene Keys, you will see different shadows playing out in your life and the gifts that come out of it when you do your shadow work, when you do your inner work. So no matter which chart you look at, your gifts are there, right? And in Gene Keys, Richard Rudd actually encouraged us to trust our intuition. Like, which Gene Keys are we drawn to intuitively? And your intuition is never wrong. So trust your intuition. That's one of the keys. Trust your heart, trust your intuition, and see where it leads you. Yup, so that's kind of the summary. And I also want to touch on the point that recently, because I've seen posts across Instagram talking about Sidereal, and there is this like very rebellious, revolutionary energy to it. And one of the things that caught my attention, that got me thinking a lot, is that they were talking about something along the line of like Western astrology, the tropical astrology, as the most widely known across the world. That particular astrology is what we call Western or tropical astrology. Is based on what they say is like it is developed from this wounded masculine. It's developed based on patriarchy, and if we continue to follow the tropical system, we are subscribing to patriarchy. And so they encourage us to, not so encourage, but their belief is that you should go towards the sidereal aspect, the true astrology. And I'm not saying their beliefs are wrong, right? I believe that whatever resonates with us is the right for us at this time in our life, and is right for our clients as well. But I'm going to share with you my view on it. So I feel like, from this place of wounded masculine towards to grow and evolve towards the divine masculine era, to support the divine feminine, we need to work with the wounded masculine to help it to evolve and grow, to reach that stage, not by forcing and rejecting. I don't believe that's the way forward, and that is my belief. It's okay if you don't resonate with it as well. I just want to say that. And yeah, so it's like working with it. And to me, I view like the patriarchy, right? Even when we talk about patriarchy, money, some people view as very wounded masculine, very masculine aspect, something that's developed by humans. It's also belonging to a patriarchy. But I would like to view this as like the Western astrology as like the 3D aspect, right? And the sidereal as the 5D or the higher dimension aspect. And since we are living in the material world, living in a 3D, we can't separate ourselves from it cleanly and totally. So it's like we still need to work with money. We can't like extract ourselves away from money. Hi. So yeah, so work with the patriarchy, work with money, work with the material aspect. And my clients, they are living in the material world. So of course, I work with the both aspect, whether it's tropical astrology or sidereal astrology. To me, I work with the tropical chart, my own tropical chart instead of sidereal chart, because I believe that the tropical chart helped me to ground my business, myself in the real world, so to say, the 3D world. Ground all my gifts in this 3D world in order to support my clients in the 3D world. I feel like that's the core message of today. To be, no matter our gifts, like I'm a channeler. I am not promoting that enough, but I channel message from the cosmos, from the galaxies, I'm a truth teller. But I am very aware that I need to ground all my messages in this material world, in this 3D world, in this patriarchy world, and work together with every one of you who is heart-led and making this world a better place. To work with all of you to heal this wounded masculine wound, to evolve this patriarchy, to support the divine feminine world that we are moving into. And it's not by rejecting or forcing, but it's like supporting each other, and it's helping it to evolve, right? It's all wounds are to be healed, not to be forced into non-existence, right? So yeah, so that's my take on it. But however, if my clients resonate with the sidereal chart, sure, I will use all my Jinkies knowledge to look at your sidereal chart, and I will work with it the same way as I did with the tropical chart, just that it's different. Oops. Just that it's different chart, that's all. Yeah, so that's all for today's live, and as usual, I'll upload my lives into YouTube, so if you prefer to watch this at 2x speed, go ahead to my YouTube. I think I haven't added the link to my bio. I'm gonna do it. Alright, I'm wishing you all an amazing day or amazing night wherever you are, and I'll drop in with the next transmission soon. See you.